Hey everybody, back again. This is Nate Jackson here at Alex's Bar. We're here talking to Kevin Norton, owner of Supply and Demand. Definitely a beloved bar out here. You guys have made a name like very quickly, like, you know, opening up, was it like a few years ago now?
1 year ago.
Damn, it feels like a lot. I mean, this year it feels
This year's like 10 years.
Yeah.
in dog years.
1 year. I know, definitely. And like, let's talk about in terms of what it's been like to pivot. I know you guys are doing some streaming stuff now, but as a new bar, relatively, you know, in this scene, what's it been like to try to adapt?
It's been really tough because we finally, right about when the bar closures all started happening, we finally got our stroke on, I guess you'd say, or whatever. We started really having things happen the right way. We were getting great bands. Mm-hmm. We got some international acts to even come through. Mm-hmm. Got some major label hip hop artists. We had some really good stuff happening, and then as soon as that happened, stopped, and then we've been closed for months and months. Luckily, we've got a really good friend, Nate from SOS Booking, who's been instrumental in helping us do it, and we've got some other partners that have come out and helped us do it, like mm-hmm. Steve from 197. And we've had these guys that have been great, but if we didn't have them in place, and if unfortunately half the industry's out of work, and not even found another job, right. So there's all these incredible people that are available to do live streams, mm-hmm. but I kind of wish they weren't available, to be honest with you, because these people deserve to make a living and have a good income coming in, and I'd rather they come in with their paycheck and spend a couple $100 on a good night, right.
You know? Yeah. And as an owner, like what are some things that are going through your mind in terms of long term? Like how are you trying to kind of like rationalize like staying in the game? I've opened 4 businesses in Long Beach at this point with mm-hmm. my family, my wife, and we got a real deep commitment to Long Beach, mm-hmm. Our community. So that goes a long way. We do want to make money, you know. As they say in The Godfather, we're not communists here. We want to make money, mm-hmm. So we want to we want to have a good thing happening. So we're in it for the long haul. We want to help the community. Mm-hmm. We want to be able to do it and operate a business in an ethical way. Yeah. And we want to have people make good money that work for us, and we want to do well. Yeah. And recently, you've gotten together with a lot of the other local bar owners to start the Long Beach Bar Coalition. Can you talk about sort of what that means to Long Beach in terms of just having a voice and having representation, having, just people being more aware of the situation you guys are all in?
Well, my whole life I've been a union rep. Mm. So one thing I've learned from that work is if you don't get together and stand together, you hang separately. Yeah. That's Benjamin Franklin said that. Mm-hmm. So it's critical that no one cares about bars, but the people that work at bars and the people that own bars. Mm-hmm. So unless we don't speak about our issues, no one else is going to speak about them. No one's going to listen. No one's going to care. Right. And it's critical because we have so many people that you have bartenders. You got people that work behind the bar. Right. You got people that come in and entertain, DJs, bands, booking agents. There's a whole infrastructure. And then when you get bigger than the supply and demand level, you got all these other layers of people that make a living off of this. And those people make good middle-class wages. Mm. And if you don't have that ability to make that kind of money, it's critical that we get that back on track. Right. And there's been a little bit too much emphasis on maybe in one direction, I think, during this shutdown, and I'd like to see it taken a little bit to account of, people have to pay bills, right. It's tough times right now.
Yeah, no, you mentioned that in terms of like having, just being able to provide and have that, that middle class lifestyle, but are providing like a service, and you're doing something that's like, I would consider it vocational in a lot of ways, What do you feel like the impact will be on, culture if, these bars like yours go away?
Well, for our bar, there's a real opportunity. We're small, we're not a huge place, so we don't have to have hundreds and hundreds of people to come in to fill the bar up.
So it's a place where someone who's in a small band, maybe a DJ that's coming up, a rapper that's never been in front of an audience, they can come into our bar on a off night and get a chance to perform for the first time in their life. So for us, it's really growing it. Long Beach is a great city. They've been trying to grow an arts district, but in some ways they concentrate more on building buildings in the arts district than they do on actually building artists in the city. So we need a place for people that can come in and play music. We have art, we have artists. We have an event called Ink and Drink, where we have artists from all over the world, renowned artists they're in art galleries all over the world, come into our place once a month and actually draw, and hopefully they drink so we can pay the bills.
Right.
But we have a great artist community, and we also we do photography exhibits. We've done art exhibits. So we do a couple different things with our space. I'm an artist. I've been playing music since I'm 13. So we're here in Alex's bar. I played Alex's a bunch of times. I want to play here tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we need venues like Alex's. We need venues like Supply and Demand, and we need bars. We need people. There's a whole culture in the city of Long Beach. It's such an awesome place, and we need to keep it alive.
Yeah, definitely. And what you said about needing all these bars fill a specific space in the scene, and to see one or two bars struggling is like, I don't know, like, has it felt like now that all of you guys are in the same fight, like, does it feel like you guys have all gotten closer together or bonded in ways that maybe you didn't like before, even as friends, but you're running your own separate businesses and living your own separate lives, but has this pandemic shutdown really helped that relationship even more?
Yeah, I would think on some levels. Obviously, we have the bars that we're really close with, our friends that, like at Alex's bar. I've been coming here. I've known Alex since he worked at another bar, the Foothills.
Yeah.
He's a doorman. So we go back maybe, 20, 30 years, something like that. So some of the people, you're not going to have that kind of relationship even through this. But I think people are beginning to think less, hey, if I do this and I'm the one doing well, then that's great. It's like, everybody does better when everybody does better. Mm-hmm. That's kind of how I look at it. If we're doing well, and Alex is doing well, and Club Bamboo's doing well, and the Hawk's doing well, and our other friends that own bars are doing well, then everybody's going to do better. Yeah. We need a street, like we're on Anaheim, in the Anaheim corridor, and we need everybody to do well.
Right. And part of that is reaching out to bands and getting them, like the fact that you guys are doing streaming. We're part of this, series that's happening over here at Alex's. I don't know, what would you say to bands that maybe are on the fence or maybe just sort of dipping their toe and wanting to, curious about doing a streaming show? Like, how would you sort of talk to them about, like, why it'd be good to at least give it a shot?
Well, I know why we've been doing it. Like, not only do I own a bar, and I said I'm a musician, I'm part of the hardcore scene, hardcore punk. I've been doing that since I was a kid. And it's important, metal too, so like we've had a focus, we've had a lot of metal bands play, we've had a lot of hardcore bands play, and we need to keep the music alive. We need you need places for people to perform. Mm-hmm. And even if we can't have a crowd for, I don't know how long it's going to be, maybe it's another 6 months, maybe it's a year, I honestly don't know. It's kind of scary how long it's drug out, but we need places for people to play music. And we need to keep the music alive. We need to keep people involved. And it's critical that you have a place to perform. I know for Supply and Demand, if you're interested in playing our place, hit me up on IG. We'll talk.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely, I would say, a demand for live music in some form, in any form, So, yeah, if you're supplying it, I think bands should definitely hit you up. But yeah, thank you, Kevin. Appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you so much for getting our message out there. Thank you.